welcome back to the hottest room in my house. Yeah, it's so hot in here. I'm gonna crack this beer. The drink is Sorcery. It's a Sessions IPA from, who makes it? Magic Rock Brewing. It's actually pretty nice. It's not very strong. I'm not a massive drinker, so yeah. The lower the alcohol, the better for me. So, hope you've survived lockdown. I suppose it's still sort of going on. I spent my lockdown working still, but we have been able to leave work early and stuff, so that's been sort of alright. And wasting my money on stuff, like, and when I say wasting my money, that's like really wasting my money. So, I got a haircut. I sort of did it myself, and then Amanda sort of helped me do the back and tidy up the top. It was a mohawk, but it's obviously grown out because it was probably like 2 weeks ago now. So maybe I won't go to the hairdresser ever again. Maybe I'll just get Amanda to do it. I don't like hairdressers. I don't like people touching my hair. Probably because I'm paranoid it's falling out. But yeah, I get really anxious when I go to the hairdressers. I'm like, he could ruin it. He could ruin my hair. But yeah, and it would save me a tenner. So yeah, even though, yeah, here's me going on about saving a tenner going to the barbers, but I'll spend like hundreds of pounds on a game I'll never play. So so we've got everything because, like I say, I've been buying like crazy. So hopefully this video won't go too long. I mean, say it's pretty hot in here, so hopefully I'll fly through these pickups. What shall I start with? What shall I get out of the way first? This will do. So I bought this for, it might be kind of cool in lockdown, and to be honest, it's really good. Just the lazy person inside me won, and I've stopped playing it. And it is Ring Fit Adventure for the Switch. Hopefully we'll get back into it. So it's just finding the motivation to actually go on it, because I'm one lazy bastard. I'm like really really lazy. If I could, I'd sleep my whole life away because I love sleeping. But anyway, yeah, I was pretty worried, like, because I don't want to like say I'm strong, but I was worried I could break it, but I don't think that's the case, because obviously, excuse me, being Nintendo, they normally release a quality product. But yeah, it's a really good game. The adventure thing in it is actually really fun. One thing I will say is though, it lets you select your exercise while you're doing the adventure, and obviously you sort of start, because I'm lazy, you start gravitating towards the easier exercises, and there's no way. I suppose you could. You can select like random, so it randomly picks an exercise for you. So I suppose you could do that. But yeah, I do tend to go for the easy exercises. But they do color code the exercises with certain enemies to make the attacks more powerful. So yeah. But overall, it's actually really fun, and it's got loads of mini games in it as well, which you use this for. So they're kind of cool. Nintendo games, they love mini games and stuff. But $64.99, which initially I was a bit hesitant about paying that, because I was just like, well, it's just a band, it's just like a rubber band, just a resistance ring, and you put the controller in it, so there's not actually much to it, but I suppose it's a quality product. So yeah, so that's that. I got this t-shirt for Father's Day. Achievement unlocked, 1000G, world's best dad. Yes. What else we got? There's so much. I got eBay. but there's a story about the eBay stuff, because eBay. Car boot stuff. Let's do car boot. I've been going to a few car boots, so I've not been filming any of it, because obviously there's a lot of like precautions they've put in place, like masks, one-way systems, and I just thought it'd be really awkward to film it, and yeah, I just thought, you know, I'll shelf that for the moment. Don't know when I'll start filming again, but so I picked up a few bits. Got some good CX credit on some stuff. I think I got the best thing, because Wii stuff still trading in for crazy money, but yeah, it seems like everyone knows that, and they're all going for the same stuff. And another thing is, people don't really follow the rules at the car boot. I like to think I do, where possible, keeping my distance from people. But as soon as like games and stuff come out, like you've got the straight in there, the usual suspects. There was one bloke, it's a funny story. He was getting like game stuff out, and he like this bloke just climbed in his van, and he was like, "Oi mate, what are you doing?" He's like, "Come on, get out of my van." And he's like, I was just like, "What are you doing?" But yeah, crazy. But anyway, got a few bits. So this is just stuff I'm keeping. I said I took loads to CX. Been using the online store a bit, so obviously due to the lockdown and stuff. And I would say it's pretty straightforward, to be honest. You just put it all in a box, print the thing off, and send it off. It's I could see why you'd use that over the store. If you weren't sort of near a store. I'm alright because I sort of finish work and then I go on the way home. There is a store literally on the way home, so it's I can use either really, so it doesn't really matter. But I'll go back to CX because I did buy some stuff from CX, which I'll show you. But anyway, the car boot stuff. So nothing particularly great. We got Prison Architect for the Xbox One for 50p. For 50 pence. I could have traded it in for like £6, something like that. But I'm quite interested to play it, so we'll give that a go. I like simulation, what they call strategy. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know, that sort of game. And we've got 3 Xbox One games here. I say nothing particularly great, but they were cheaper than CX, so by quite a lot. So so first we've got Champion Jockey. Better with Kinect. I'm not sure how it would be better with Kinect, but yeah, maybe one day I'll find out. Complete, that was £1. I believe it's like 4 or 5 quid in CX, that one. We've got Supreme Commando 2. Again, nice condition on that one. I think that was 50p, that one. So it's not massively, I think it's like £2 in CX, that one. And we've got Ninja Gaiden 3. So you don't really see this one very often. It's not particularly rare, but there's all there. And that was £1, that one. So some nice bits there. The problem with the car boot now is I've got really bad memory and I can't remember what. I say not bad memory. It's just when you have like 500 Xbox 360 games, you start doubting yourself whether you've got it or not. So it's like, oh, do I buy it, do I not? I mean, if it's, yeah, I suppose 50p to £1, I shouldn't really be like, I'll just get it, but I don't end up with a load of doubles. So that was the car boot. So some alright stuff there, some trade. You know, I'll talk about CX now, because sort of same thing, same continue the story. So talk about the stuff from the car boot I got. So there was nothing particularly interesting. Just I can't even think what I traded in, to be honest. There was some box sets, DVD box sets, which they don't take on the online store. I guess because they can't be able to check through them. But my store don't even check them because they know me, and literally I'm always in there, and I always have a good chat with them. So if there's any problems, like they'll know that I'll be coming back in at some point. So that's that. The store had sort of a 2 people at a time system in, and they had like a queuing thing outside, and I believe they had one of the managers on the door just keeping check of things. So I had a quick look around inside. I did ask later what's their policy on like browsing. They said they don't really want people doing it because they're supposed to sanitize everything which has been touched, but obviously I don't know how you keep track of that. So now I know I probably won't touch as much stuff when I go go in. But I bought 2 games while I was in there, and obviously because it's me, I found the 2 games in there which they hadn't changed the prices on since before lockdown. Because he was saying like Saturday before they opened on the Monday, like every single thing they had pretty much had changed in price, and he said it took like 2 days just to change all the prices, and somehow these slipped through the net, and I obviously found them. So what did I get? I bought 2 VR games. We've got Muppets Movie Adventure for £8, and we've got Fate Teller, the Umbral Star. I probably butchered that. Sorry about the camera. It's not not the best. But yeah, so 12 quid and 8 quid. But so literally, I bought them, went back to the car, and I was just looking for the receipt to see what the stuff traded in for. And I was like, wait a minute, they've charged me too much. So I was just like, do I go back or not? And I thought, I've got to go back because it's what they charged me. I was just like, nah, gotta go back. And to be honest, they were really nice about it. I was like, oh, sorry for, I'm back causing problems, and they were like, don't worry about it. But basically, and again, I'll try and show you this, but you probably won't be able to see. Here's what they charged me. Let me focus on that. Is it going to focus? Yeah, so there you go. So Muppets, they charged me 15, and the other game, I don't want to say it because I'll probably butcher it again, they charged me 18. So I got £13 back on a voucher. Good job I checked, because I was just going to leave. If anyone's wondering why I don't have the autofocus on the camera, because I'm like wafting my hands everywhere, it's constantly focusing. I try and sit still, but I can't. I'm one of the people who likes to do stuff with the hands while talking. Anyway, more stuff from CX. I think this was free with Games of Gold on Xbox Live. I noticed there was a Xbox One version, which I ordered. It was £6 with £1.90 postage, whatever that is. And it is Sinmora EX. Now here it's a shmup, but here it's not. Some people, quite a few people don't really like it. So it's got the manual. It's all there, good condition. £6. And I also ordered another copy, which came with no manual, and the case is all battered, so that will be going back. So I always order 2 and then just take 1 back, because I believe they still refund the postage, so why not? And that's the best one. So yeah, interested to play that. I'm getting more into my shmups at the moment, but I do get frustrated really easily, so I've got a really itchy nose. Oh, it's so hot in here. The last one from the CX is from about, it was definitely last year. The story goes, 2UK messaged me and says this game's in stock on CX. It's a Saturn game, fairly highly priced. I think it was, let's have a look. How much did I pay? £140, so it's not a cheap one. and he said it's in lovely condition. It just needs a new case. But I didn't really have much credit at the time. But I did manage to piece together enough credit to get it. And here it is. It is Mortal Kombat Trilogy. And like I say, it's in nice condition. And just literally, it just needs another case. It's got like scratch marks in it and stuff. But overall, it's it's in the contents and the inlay and everything is in perfect condition for the most part. It just needs a new case. Again, I'll try and show you this. 140 bones, so definitely not a cheap one. But for some reason, in my wardrobe, I have all my CX stuff from my CX Copy Exchange videos all sorted out, and I was just going through it, and for some reason that was in there, and I was just like, I didn't spend my voucher on that. Not for them videos anyway. So I only found it recently, so it's been sitting in there for probably the best part of 8 months. So we can finally add it to the Sega wall, you could say, because it is mostly Sega stuff, or half it is anyway. Goddamn nose is so itchy. Oh my god, there's still loads of stuff. So we'll do eBay. We'll do eBay. eBay. Sometimes I just think, why do I bother? When I go back to the start of the video, I said I like wasting money on random shit. I bought this, a Cult 9 for the Xbox One. It's a Japanese exclusive for Xbox One, obviously. I pretty much bought it for the achievements because that's how sad I am. But yeah, so I'll probably just put it in the collection, to be honest. What else we got? We've got again, I'm not sure why I bought this. Steel Horizon for the Nintendo DS by Konami. Yeah, it looks like a battleship sort of game. I have no clue. I'm not really sure why I bought it, to be honest. I think I was bidding on something else of his, like another DS game, and then I got outbid, and then I just was like, shit. So I just had that from him. Yeah, so I don't really have anything to say about it, because okay, what else we got? Shout out to Rollercore Eddie, because he had this in his video. I'm not sure if I bought it from the same place he got it from. I'm sure he said eBay, I'm not sure. But it is a Switch game, and it is, I'm probably going to butcher this, Trubabrook. After watching Eddie's video, I was just like, I'll get me a copy of that. I'm sure it was like 10, 12 quid, something like that. But what's interesting, all the like the backgrounds and the I believe it's a point and click adventure. They're all like made like models by people. Yeah, so I was quite interested to try that, even though it's still sealed. I probably won't try it. Just another one for the collection. PS1 game here. This was buy it now £3, and I thought that's a really good price. And it is Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. I believe Retro Bear got sent this for free by someone. I'm sure it's this one. But it says in lovely condition. I always thought it was worth more than what it is, but it's not worth a massive amount. But my copy, I believe the inlay's really damaged and the disc's quite scratched, so it's an upgrade. Don't mind paying it, and that's cheap. Now we got into the stuff which I basically have a problem with. But I suppose it's my problem, because I should have complained, and I didn't. So first up, we've got a 360 game. And this was mentioned in a chap who American chap. Probably you probably know his channel. I think it's Adam Koralik. Does a lot of Dreamcast stuff. And he said I got this game because it's a PAL exclusive. So I just happened to look on eBay, and there was a copy with a day left, 99p still. So I was just like, oh, okay. Check CX. It's a £15 game. So anyway, bid for it, and I won it. I don't normally win auctions because I always forget. I think it cost me like a £5, but it is Iron Sky Invasion. Now, it didn't say it had a manual. It has no manual, so that's the first problem. The second problem is it turned up and the case is completely smashed to smithereens. It doesn't probably look that smashed, but it is. Basically, this side is all smashed. It was posted in a padded bag. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be posted in a box or anything, so... but it's survived. The inlay survived, so it just needs another case. So I was just like, I'm not really going to complain, because then it cost me like £5. I could trade it into CX and get more money back, so... yeah. Now, let's get into something a bit more annoying. This was listed for £35. It was a full set of Dreamcast demos, like this. And he went through them pretty much, and he pointed out a couple which had broken cases. When they turned up, and I was just like, oh cool, I had a quick flick through them. Didn't really think much about it. Anyway, like a month passed, and I was just like, I'll have a... just happened, I was like, oh, I'll look through them again. And I counted through them, there was one missing. I was just like, what? Checked his pictures, and I was like, yep, there is one missing. But he had listed it in the description. So there's... how many is there? Don't know. So I count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So there's 22 in a full set, according to the bloke who sold them. Number 21's missing, which is kind of annoying. I say like a month had passed, and I was just like, I can't really complain because I should have really checked it. And I'm not that bothered because, I mean, what would he have said? They basically cost me about £1.50 each. So it'd have been like, have £1.50 back. Just like, But apart from that, I'm pretty happy with this. So they're all in really nice condition, apart from there's just 2 damaged cases, so I'm going to have to source the cases. Another thing is, I believe this is correct. So I was looking for Demo Disc 1. I was like, where's Demo Disc 1? It's actually in this Dream Key. And I knew this came with a demo because I've got a copy of it somewhere. But I didn't realise it was the Dream On like games. So Volume 1's in there. Oh, for God's sake, what's happened here? Uh-oh. Sound like I broke the case then. So that's that one. And then this, I assume this is where they started giving away with the magazine. And this one comes in like a normal size case. It even says on the side, the first official Dreamcast magazine CD. The first official Dreamcast magazine CD-ROM, yeah. So, and there's nothing particularly interesting on these discs. There's a few which have sort of games which either didn't get released or were like special demo versions. I'll just quickly go through them. I only point out the ones which have anything interesting on, to be honest. In no particular order. So we've got 14, 15, 11. I like how every disc has a different colour. 12. 17. That's got a broken case. That's the one he said had a broken case. Yeah, see, that's got a movie Half-Life on, which was never released. Number 8. Yeah, see this one here has got a full game on called Sega Swirl. Basically, it's like a little mini game thing on there. I think it's on another one disc actually. Number 7, number 6. So I'm sure some of these do have special things on. Number 5, number 9, number 19, number 20, number 22, number 10, Resident Evil Code Veronica one. So it's got an interactive Dream Arena tour, whatever that is on it. 18, that's got Sega Swirl on it again. Guess I'll run out of stuff to put on them. Number 4. Yeah, look, this one's got Toy Commander Christmas Special Demo, whatever that means. Number 3. Nothing particularly special on that one. Number 16. Toy Commander Special Edition. I looked into that and I couldn't find out what that actually meant. So, and then the last one I got is 13. I'm sure there's another one with a Toy Commander demo on. I think it was called Winter Wonderland or something. So, a bit annoyed that there's one missing, but it's kind of my own fault because I should have probably complained earlier. And on to the last thing from eBay. To be honest, I'm not sure why I bought this, but just happened to see it and I was just like, oh, I'll watch that. And then I just happened to be watching it when it ended. And I got a little bit carried away with the bidding. So I've got myself an American copy of Albert Odyssey for the Sega Saturn. And if anyone knows the Sega Saturn games, there's like a select few American games, and they're normally made by Working Designs. I think there's what is it? Magic Knight Ray Earth? I think that's what it's called. There's another few, should I say. But anyway, this one cost me £180. And it's turned up, and you know what? Contents, mint, no problem. Problem I have with it is, why the hell would you not post it in a box? So it's not a massive problem. It's just there, the case is cracked, and just here the same thing. And I've looked on the pictures to see if I could see if it was like that in the picture. I can't see properly. And to be honest, I mean, like I said, the content is in lovely condition. I ain't got a problem with it. It even comes with the original receipt, funnily enough, which I'm not sure where I put that. But they did buy it in the UK, and I think they paid like 25 quid for it. So I was like, if it's the same person anyway. But yeah, so probably should I have complained about a little crack in the case there and there, considering the game is all mint. Yeah, maybe I should have. Don't know. I'm not really a massive one for complaining. But yeah, it's actually a really good game. I need to mod my Saturn so I could play it. How long is this video? We're at the half-hour mark. Yeah, so should mod my Saturn really to play it, or I should get a Saturn which plays off an SD card, is it? But anyway, that's that. So, and 180 quid is actually a good price for that, because I'm pretty sure I always check before I buy stuff, and it was going for way over £200. So I think I got a good deal there. Oh my god, there's still loads to show. Excuse me. Move that out of the way. Move it all out of the way. Okay. So I've got some more stuff, because I believe in my last video I showed some from this company. Got some more stuff from Niz America. I believe that Nichon Ishii Software or something like that. I believe these were in the so hot I can't think. The weekly deals they do. I feel I might have shown these before. Well, we'll proceed anyway. So I bought 2 DS games, 3 DS games. I believe these were $7.99 each. I can't pronounce this. I'm not even going to pronounce it, to be honest. Mystery Dungeon. Entron. Oh, God knows how you pronounce it. And then there's the Odyssey 2 one, whatever that is. But the dungeon crawlers, basically. But like, it's really hardcore dungeon crawler games, which are insanely difficult. But for $7.99 each, I'll give that a pop. This was $4.99, which I thought was a really good price. I believe it's like a £10 game on CX. And I'll try and pronounce this one. I pretty much know how to say it. Onchibara or something like that. Basically, it's got women with samurai swords in bikinis. Chambara. The thing is, I watched a video on someone, because before I bought it, I watched a video on it, and they must have said it like 100 times, and I was like, yep, not going to forget that. And I forgot it. So anyway, and yeah, it was $4.99, so I couldn't really say no. And this game for $2.99, which is Repub Licu. Probably butchered that as well. Stupid games with stupid names. So it's like an episodic game and just slapped on a disc. It's like a stealthy sort of game. From what I watched a review on it before I bought it. I don't know why, because it was only $2.99, but I'll grab a copy of that for $2.99. So yeah. So got them. Definitely worth checking out their weekly deals, because sometimes they do have good ones on. Sometimes they're shit. They're like, save £5 off this collector's edition, which is like £80 or something like that. So it's like, that is not worth it. So it's that. So hot. As I keep saying. So next up, I've got 2 games from a French company called Red Art Games. These were both €20, so I believe they worked out about 20 quid once I paid the postage. And for 20 quid, I mean, you can't really go wrong. Supposedly, there's only 999 of these made. That's questionable, because they do not sell out. Nothing on that website ever sells out. There's like one game called something Halloween, which sold out. But I believe that was only because it was mentioned in a Metal Jesus video. Maybe there is 999 copies. I just find it really hard to believe that something with that low print number managed to stay in stock for like over a year. But yeah, maybe people, I don't know. I just find it odd. But anyway, the 2 games which I bought were Panty Hunters Back to the 90s. Say €20, and they do a good job, because they come in these like nice sleeves. So, and I also bought Cigar. That's how you say it. Oh, it's falling off. Cigar, a fart. Yeah, you heard that right. A fart for Medusa. Yeah. So again, I'd say they're definitely worth checking out. Most of the games they do seem to be like, obviously indie games, but like really niche ones. They're not like Limited Run, who get like big indie games like Streets of Rage. Can't think of anything off the top of my head at the moment. What was the one they had recently? Shantae, stuff like that. Yeah, these are like real niche stuff, probably because everything else gets snapped up by the other companies like Limited Run and stuff. But they do have sales on, and so it's definitely worth checking out when they got a sale on, because they normally do like buy two get one free, so they work out like even cheaper. But they're probably the cheapest games they sell at like €20. Most of the ones are like 25, 30. I think some of the Switch ones they do are like 35. And say they don't sell out, so no rush. There's that. Okay, next up is another sort of limited company. This is based in, not sure where this is based. Could be France again. Definitely in Europe. But say they specialise in sort of limited releases. Do a lot of repros. Well, not repros, I guess, because they are releases which have never been released before on certain consoles. But I bought this. I believe one of these sold for stupid money on eBay. Like, I believe, I'm sure it was on Retro Bears podcast, TMB podcast, I believe it's called. If you don't listen to that podcast as well, check it out, because literally it deserves more views than what it gets. But I believe this briefly came up in conversation on there. It's a Dreamcast game. It is Volgar the Viking for the Dreamcast, and so it's not an official release, but the quality is pretty impressive, to be honest. And it was €20. And it comes with a fancy like holographic sticker on it, which gives the exact number. There's 3,000 made. That seems quite a lot for a Dreamcast game like this, but say I don't know. They have loads on there, but this is probably the cheapest one. It's done by Josh Prod, I believe. He does a lot of Dreamcast games like this, and he has most of his other ones on there, but they're more than €20. So, but yeah, I'd say definitely check that out, because it's actually quite a good game. And if you're wondering how much that one on eBay went for, it was way over £100, and this cost me €20. So whoever sold that obviously cottoned on, and they've flooded eBay UK with copies of it. So I don't blame them, to be honest, because people are going to pay that for them. Oh god, drinking beer is probably not the best thing to drink. Probably make me more dehydrated. But anyway, the same website had these on. I've been waiting ages for these to turn up. I think there was a bit of a delay due to the lockdown and stuff, but they finally turned up. Kind of a funny story, actually, because I read something in the news today regarding the system which these come out on. But it is 2 Wii U games. And as it stands, these are the last official PAL releases. PAL English releases for the Wii U at the moment. I doubt there'll be any more, but you never know. And these are about £30 pop. Thought I'd grab them while I had the chance, because I believe these will sell out quick, being the Wii U. So I had to get them for the collection to maintain the full set. But we've got the Shmup collection, and so these are really well made. Say they're official release. They are official releases by Nintendo. The discs are printed by Nintendo still, and they have a little holographic thing on there with a number. This is 1,384 of 3,000. 3,000 for a game like that seems like a fairly decent number. Not too low, not too high. That's that one. And then the other one I did was, this is an odd one. I'm not sure. I don't think this one will sell out as fast, but it's Finding Teddy 2. Again, it's got got a lot of fancy hologram. This is number 138 of 3,000. So that's quite a low number. But I looked at a few trailers of that, and it does actually look a really good game. So much so that I bought the Switch version because it just looked. I'd probably play it more on the Switch, to be honest. So this will probably never be opened. Because of a little sticker there as well, which says Pixel Heart. That's the website, by the way. Don't have to mention that. Pixelheart.eu, I believe it is. It says Pixel Heart Limited. But so if you are interested in Wii U stuff and if you're interested in Wii U stuff and you go, maybe if you're going for a full set, buy these now, because I think once they're gone, they will be gone, and they will be really expensive. Got itchy nose again. Oh god, we're nearly there. Oh shit, I forgot about that. I was going to do that first because it's not everyone's cup of tea. Guess we'll do it last now because it's all the way over there. And by all the way over there, I mean like 2 foot away from me. Anyway, this is what we'll do next. I've got a stack of like just random stuff. Most of these are from websites like the Game Collection, base.com. In fact, they're all from them 2 websites. I don't really go shop anywhere else. First up, we've got. This is part of the, I believe it's called Altair series, but that's sort of the subtitle now. Instead of being Altair such. This is Nelki and the Legendary Alchemist, Altai Islas of the New World. Probably butchered that, but I think that was like $10.99, $11.99, something like that. And I didn't know how to get it for PS4 or Switch. The one thing which annoys me about Switch games is the generic font they put on the side of them. It's just like, oh god, just put a picture on there or something. They all look the same. At least PS4 has like a nice writing or something. Same for Xbox. Most of theirs are in the same generic font. But not all of them actually. Some of them. Like this. Oh no, this is actually its own picture. Saw this. Didn't think too much of it. Then looked at an unboxing on YouTube. I was just curious whether it came with all the contents on another disc or is it code. And it comes on 2 discs. And it is Lego Marvel Collection to the Xbox One. Quite tricky to find this. I got it from the Game Collection. If you want it digitally, you can pay 50 quid for it. Not sure what's going on with that price. But basically you get Lego Marvel Superhero, Lego Marvel's Avengers, which is a great game, and Lego Marvel Superhero 2. But it also comes with all the Season Pass contents, which is on the disc. It's pressed on the disc, so no updates needed. I say it's 2 discs, not even like the original disc, not just slapped the original discs in there. They've reprinted new discs for this, so I thought that was quite interesting. And like I said, fun games, so definitely going to play that because easy achievements as well. Probably going to butcher this name. I think this was like $5.99. Crom. Oh, for God's sake! I hate trying to pronounce stuff. I can't do it. Crom and Omega. God knows. It's a bit, like a shmup game. So I looked it up before I bought it. It looks kind of interesting. Another one I'm not going to be able to pronounce. God damn it. Kotu Dama. Kotu Dama, The 7 Mysteries of Fujisawa. No clue. I think it's a novel, like a virtual novel. And that was $4.99. Another visual novel. It is World End Syndrome. You see, there we go. One I can actually pronounce. Bought this with PS4. believe didn't have it on thingy. $10.99 for that one. Looked at the review again. It actually looks pretty interesting. It's actually quite good. Oh, here's one. Again, this was mentioned by a few people on the TMB Gaming podcast. I think Eddie mentioned it, Rollercore. I think Nath Retro 1 mentioned it. I'm sure someone else mentioned it as well. I do apologise. But it is Yoku's Island Express. Fantastic game. Got 1,000 achievement points in this. I couldn't put it down, to be honest. Like, as soon as I started playing it, I was just like, this is addictive. And it's really hard to describe it. But the best way to describe it is an open world pinball game. An open world Metroidvania pinball game. Yeah. Anyway, the last game I bought, this one's from Base, I think it was 15 quid, is the Banner Saga Trilogy bonus edition. Comes with like a CD soundtrack and a art book or something in there. It's pretty heavy. But I was going to play this on Game Pass, and I'm sure they took it off, which is why I bought it. I think it's like a strategy, sort of tactical RPG sort of game. Could be wrong, not sure. Okay, we'll get in there. Battery's going to run out. Bought this from a website called Solaris Japan. Sells imports. I just wanted the normal version, but it turns out that the limited edition was cheaper. I mean, it was slightly more with postage because it's a bigger item, but I was just like, I'll just get the collector's edition. And it is Psycho Pass for the Xbox One. It comes with, I bought this second hand. It's actually sealed, brand new, still inside. There's a little bit of damage here on the corner, but. And yeah, bought it for the achievements because that's how sad I am. So that's that. Oh god. Oh god, it fell over. Oh, it fell on that. As quick as possible. Zelda Amiibo. What's from the game? Link's Awakening. These were going for silly money when it came out. Yeah, $10.99, I think it was, something like that. Bought some of these as well, for this reason, just to get it over the 20 quid mark. I bought some Animal Crossing cards, because I thought I had the binders. This is Series 2 of them. Turns out I have the Series 1 and Series 3 binders to put the cards in. Had a quick look to see how much the Season 2 binders are. Jesus Christ, they're like £100 just for the binder with no cards in. I was just like, not getting that. Not a chance. Ugh. Excuse me. I'm going to pause the video and plug the phone in before it dies. I'm back. I've opened the door a bit because I'm sweltering in here. I've plugged the phone in so hopefully it doesn't die while I'm doing this video now. But yeah. So last few bits, I'm out of breath now. That's how lazy I am. I literally went in the other room to get the charger and come back, and I'm out of breath. Anyway, everyone's favourite thing I like to talk about, you all love it, vinyls, gaming vinyls. Yeah, I'll do these as quick as possible because I know not everyone is that interested in them. So, got me this awesome Metal Slug 3 original soundtrack, and this is from a company called, I believe it's Wayo. I'm sure it's a French company, could be wrong, but they always do a fantastic job on their records. They did the Skies of Arcadia one, which I showed in my record pickups video, which no one watched. But yeah, probably my favourite Metal Slug, but then I'm probably being biased because it's probably the one I played the most. Never really put a lot of time into the other ones. Well, that's that. But it also comes with this. I'm not really sure what's it for. It's like a postery thing, but it's on like hard cardboard. I feel like it's something you'd eat your dinner on, like a placemat. Yeah. But it's cool. Yeah, it probably look nice framed. That was that. Not sure how much it cost. If you buy records, you know that they're ridiculously expensive. It was probably like €35 or something. Down there. Okay, next vinyl. This one's actually gone up in price loads. Resident Evil 3 on purple vinyl, limited edition. Got in there early with this one. Doesn't quite beat the Resident Evil 2 soundtrack if you ask me, but it's definitely one of my favourite Resident Evil soundtracks. I've not opened it, but I will open it. At least they mark it on the cover that it's coloured. A lot of companies which do limited edition releases, they won't mark it on the cover. If it's a limited edition one, it will just be the standard packaging with the limited edition coloured vinyls in it. Oh, how much was it? Doesn't tell you. I believe that one was probably like 35, about 40 quid. I got too much money. They need to pay me less at work. No, they need to pay me more so I can buy more junk. And the last record I bought was the Nier Automata Nier Gastal and Replicant original soundtrack box set. This was fetching ridiculous money at some point in the past, but obviously, as you can see, I'm holding it here from the official Square Enix store, which means they reprinted it. I like the music in Nier, but I could see why someone wouldn't. It's, I wouldn't say unique, but yeah, it's definitely not for everyone's taste, personally. But I don't think it would be. Again, that was like stupid money. Someone help me, stop me from spending my money on this junk. Excuse me. I've got a new TV coming tomorrow. That's over £1,000 I will never see again. 4K flagship Samsung thing. I'm not sure what it was called. Samsung QLED Q90R. I believe it was the flagship one from last year, because I'm not buying the newest flagship one this year. So hopefully that'll be the last TV I buy for a while, because I don't feel like we're getting to the point where I don't think they can really make TVs that much better. 4K, I kind of get it. 8K, don't really understand it. Excuse me. To be honest, they have like the 8K ones set up in like John Lewis, and they don't really look much different from the 4K one. Like I say, I can understand like 1080p to 4K. I kind of get that, because it does look better. But anything past 4K, personally for me, I don't really get it. But anyway, on to the last thing. The reason I bought a new TV, to be honest, I bought this Xbox. And if you follow my Facebook page, you'll know what it is. But it is, I'm going to show you the sleeve. I'll pick it all up once. It is the Cyberpunk Xbox One X. This got released and it was 270 quid, which is actually really cheap for an Xbox One X. Especially one which was a limited edition. And it's the X. And you get a copy of the game in there. Digital copy. But anyway, I bought this, it sold out everywhere. And then it came up in stock on Currys, but they were selling it with another controller and 3 months Game Pass. Game Pass is awesome. So I was like, I don't really want the extra controller. but I feel like this is the only chance I'm going to get of getting it, because I don't think with the next gen consoles on the horizon they're going to make any more of these. So I bought it. Turns up in a plastic bag. I'm not even joking. The corners were popped out of the plastic bag when I got it. So to be honest, it's not terrible. I can live with it. But you can probably make out a little bit there. There. It's just the edges of this basically, and the top of the actual box. And put that down there. Oh yeah. Awesome. Yeah, there's some dents on the top of the box as well. And also, it came with two giant security bits of tape over it. So you can see there in the light where I took it off. And I did it as carefully as possible, but there was no way of getting them off without peeling the top layer of this matte finish off. So you can't really see it unless you're in the light, but so that's that. I have had a look at the console, and it is amazing. So I can't wait to set that up with my new TV. Welcome to the 4K revolution. But it also came with an extra Cyberpunk controller. Not sure why they put you already get one or another one. This is also damaged, just there. You're probably not going to see, just there, not badly damaged. And I was going to leave it. I was just like, not going to complain. And then I watched 22K's video where he bought the TurboGrafx Mini, and it came and it was a bit dinged up and stuff, and he got some money off. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to ring them. They don't have an email address, so you have to ring them. I was probably on the phone for about an hour and a half. Got through to someone in the end. Basically explained to them the problem, and they were like, but the Xbox is fine, isn't it? And all the stuff in the box. I was just like, yes, but it's you're selling it as a limited edition product. Why the hell would you post it in a bag? Obviously the woman probably thought I was she probably thought I was insane, to be honest. I was like, it's not like a kettle or a toaster. Post that in a plastic bag. No one keeps the box for a kettle or a toaster. Well, actually, I do. Our kettle, box, and toaster is in the attic. But average people, most normal people, to be honest, if they posted my toaster in a plastic bag, I wouldn't care. But anyway, the point I'm getting at is a limited edition console. And it's expensive, to be honest. Just a little bit, just a layer of bubble wrap would have been alright. But anyway, she was like, well, we'll just return it and we'll send you a better condition one. I was like, no, because it's out of stock. She's like, alright. So she went and spoke to a manager. She came back and she was like, we can give you a full refund and you send it back to us, or we can send you 10% back. Refund 10%. So I was just like, yeah, I'll take the 10%. Because to be honest, I can live with it. It's not damaged. I've seen other people who got this posting pictures, and theirs were way worse than mine. So I was just like, it doesn't matter. I'll just keep it. And like I said, the console is badass. I'm not sure how long this video is, because obviously this is the start of another video. It's probably really long. Yeah, another thing is the code in it. It's not, the game doesn't come on a code anymore. That's the new thing Xbox is doing. So you can't sell the code on, which is always a problem. So kind of glad they stopped that. But basically, as soon as you turn the Xbox on, it pops up saying Cyberpunk is included with this Xbox. You sort of redeem it to your account that way. Kind of makes sense. Yeah. So kind of happy I got it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how nice the games actually look tomorrow when the TV turns up. My nose is really itchy. I don't know why. I keep scratching it. And there's probably something I've missed. There's games just scattered everywhere. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this rambling of probably like an hour-long video. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching, subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye. Oh, all that. Alright, not that one. What else can we talk about? Games we've bought, not happening. Never. Because I keep changing everything. It's never going to happen. But obviously it only has HDMI ports because of these new TVs. Rubbish. This is strong beer. This is 3.9. Ah, there's a fly attacking me now. I bought this Windows phone just to play Minecraft. That's how sad I am. For achievements, I bought Windows phone. I need to rethink my life.